Hear my word of God. You have a wife. Alafo, Prophet Kofi Oduro anti news though. Now what news no kwa there? Now so who say Alabaster ministry and the fire. About prophets. Prince Elisha Kofi eso na sabi de wagye na hogina all Prophet Kofi Oduro nsa no. Na say we dey so be me a subscribe button so. Now wa click bell notification icon. Now face we to follow your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, bbia gossips24.com. Any gossips24 team. Na kai say tap send. And I share send my video see bro. Nyankopon show ye nyan do 200k subscribers here. But kai say o kan nkofo amama gossips24. Aye gossips24 no. Yes so more and am so more hwe Nyankopon inshallah. Nemo me recommend tap send e dia ma. Download the app and or App Store any Play Store. Or download the app now register. Use promo code Ch0pp or Canada, USA, Austria, Germany, Italy, France, UAE, Dubai. Ubit see tap send app no and there. Maybe I now name the first story. It's best summarizing the idea money. Now it's a Prophet Elisha Kofi. Over to share details or gossip24 so. But Prophet Elisha Kofi currently are trending because Rashida Black Beauty accusing is allegedly no Prophet Elisha Kofi promises about Buano and one muna de Ch0pp tombi abemu and say aman kokra na ye be 5 rounds and into so kakra de omo koye actually no Prophet Elisha Kofi e mo no Rashida Black Beauty ni 12 million but promises e kan no one farmer no o confronting no WhatsApp so a Prophet Elisha e ka kire ni say na ono Rashida Black Beauty sabe sa sha okra na be boy ya and kobenya sa amfa so no e woman abetua kokko the details of the full story now ye nyanse Prophet Elisha Kofi a response and that's on yan kasa ma yentie but update amensaka isi ano say Rashida Black Beauty say Prophet Elisha ko catch Avram Bemoshe say ono Rashida Black Beauty onya ne lie one ne nye bibia akra da
so for nyabo say so for me ba Rashida what say Rashida what say
Avram timi ntwa bibia so
so na so for na fra Abraham ana
but what today
so for na fra Abraham Moshe
but na fra no
it was say obe compensate you ana
o se men kan cho say today the so for me say wa friend say me on me no lie on me anya hwe
na ono ye bibia na ono anya bi
en kan cho me so pa ma chew
na so for so ono anya hwe sa say obe ka jo say me pa wa chew eno so
ma chew nti sister onim so onim binum so me bo binum so say no kole nti ba sha Abraham sin kan cho say enye na nisa onam kulom obefrel
okay Mate yeah okay
yeah ma say that's of me deny no
abra chat deny wa
kind no
na say okwa ka be deny be ma wale for the ba o me so be deny
be ma wale for no since o ba me no ni so e be ma wale for me pani o be bo me am bia kan me ba o nya be ma wale for na me
na Rashida wa ma no wada wrong so ama yale so ama de o be da hu huh
into me slow Abraham so be flow sis
Mate me twen
but Prophet Kofi Oduro dey also not news na homachi say osofo bi we are here prophet TBR just all pig farm now so only my Prophet Elisha Kofi now sorry Great Family Church International no a pig farm and I just say wo into say mo sofo ya mo prophet phobia or pig farm bi what is it say wakwa na say odwon okra on tiase say obi sofo mu a wo ye prophet e wo yere na obefa girl we chiri na wo sai be chiti girl no Nyankopon and e betua oka no asofo no nti no onje sa prophet for indio because obu ha Nyankopon enfre no ono ana afre no obi so wa Nyankopon afre no na so de adom no ato chacha edin sebunu ti the Prophet Kofi Oduro ekan
that we want them to learn because they are doing too much there that it calls for a lot of learning and God expose us to that level of ministry. You can't compare what they are doing to many of the work that is in Accra. You can't. But I love the way they don't make too much noise about their tools, but rather they allow their work to speak for them. Yeah, I think that there are too many empty barrels in the sense of people boasting of false gifts and things that do not really exist. sometimes we boast of the numbers, we exaggerate. There were 5,000 people in church. Meanwhile, the building can take only 500 people, you know. And I don't know who we are trying to impress, honestly, because this generation is an impressive generation. It's trying to always impress. I mean, most of us will take pictures and put it on Instagram, and the captions are exaggerated. Somebody traveling to Ch0pp or Sunyang Airport and take a picture and say that, well, your niggas are on their way to JFK. I didn't know that Ch0pp and JFK is there. And so it's interesting how, because that's the language the generation understand. Ladies can understand it very well. Maybe let me say most ladies can understand it very well. When a young man is boasting of nothing. And, you know, sometimes I wonder how they fall prey to it. Last night, there was some little breaking news on the blog I was reading before I slept around 2 a.m. And on the blog, they were saying, one of our friends, a young man that I know here at the pig farm, Leo enticed a lady from Kumasi, you know, been sleeping with a lady for some time now, and he has a wife and children, all that. I'm talking about prophet. I'm a prophet for you. I don't want to disturb my own self. I have made it there are many people in this country, I don't believe in them. I believe strongly that God has not called them. It's not like, there are two categories of people that I don't believe. The group that God never called. Yeah. Then there is the group also, my good friend, good to see you. There is the group also that God called, polished, gave them some lovely grace, and they have digressed. And the digression is purely sin. Sin. Now sin has become normal. You know, when you live a life where your conscience does not speak to you anymore, what didn't move for you? The moment you come to that point, you are on your way to hell. This is where the devil is. Has no conscience, heartless, conscienceless, you know, that kind of people. There are people who boldly can come from their boyfriend's house to the house of the Lord and receive communion, and they find nothing wrong with it. But I love Psalm number 1 of my very favorite scriptures. Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the ungodly, who does not, you know, stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful. His delight is the word of the Lord. He meditates on it day and night. The Bible said that he might observe to do, you know, according to all that is written there. He shall be like a tree that is planted by the rivers of water, whose leaves will never wither. Whatever he does in a season, he will produce fruit. Similar to Joshua chapter 1 and verse number 8, the word of the Lord will not depart from your mouth. You will meditate on it day and night, that you may, you know, observe to do according to all that is written therein. And then shalt thou make thy way prosperous. And then thou shalt have, it's a condition, sweetie. The fact that you came to church doesn't mean you will be blessed. I'm telling you, many people have been. I have been with my mother in my mother's church. I don't want to mention names. I have been and seen my mother's friends. Many of them have been in the singing group and been in all kinds of groups and all that. When you look at their life, nothing to show for. So because, you know, when I look at this kind of exaggerated life. So I believe that we need to learn, and Paul said it very nicely. He said, covet the best gift. In other words, learn from the best. Learn from the best. Yeah. There is a reason why I love Hebrews chapter 13. Consider them that you preach the word of the Lord to you, whose life follow, an example learn. And so it is not only looking up to Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy set before him he endured the cross. It's not only that.
Are you a Ghanaian living in Ghana, abroad, a first-timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job? Then a Ch0pp On-Demand Services is here to assist you. A Ch0pp On-Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust a Ch0pp On-Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ch0pp.com.
You have forgotten that we shall all appear before the judge. It's interesting. The people who want the money don't get the money. The people who don't want the money, they are given the money. Nigerians will travel from Nigeria to this place, and people are willing to give them $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. And the people who are charging us here don't get it. Business. The work of God is some gold mine for you. You see people like commodities to put money in your pocket. You have forgotten that we shall all appear before the judgment seat of Christ. And whatever we do in this body, we will come and account for. Let me bring the camera. Let me talk to all these young people and pastors and so-called prophets who are seriously sleeping with girls all over the place. Yeah, because God is a holy God. And I'm addressing you that the earlier you make a detour or a U-turn from your looseness and your sexual immorality, the better before God shames you. I'm warning you. Wicked prophets of Ghana, hear the word of God. You have a wife, you can sleep with other women and still cheat them. God will punish you. God will judge you. Can have people bring 3-4 women to church and say, these are my wives. You are sick. You are sick. We need to be able to tell people, stop fooling. Like Jimmy, the two hands are lifted up.
And then for Prophet Kofi Oduro, I said, fire niti na if you sorry the mobile ni na no directed at Prophet Prince Elisha or say Kofi say nyame ni pant na we are saying yes sir say susan pa say enkure Rashida black beauty aba be boy say Prophet Elisha say Kofi yes adia and then na Prophet Kofi Oduro ni so no ohun ni say sebe nyankopon adom no eni ne so ebia na eba ne so na ekọ because of ebia no maybe all ye nti no ekọ. But it's sad that said the Asma Rashida Black Beauty be can ye Prophet Elisha say Kofi aye dia and the okay who say Nyankopon atemu ebeba ne so because untumi di bone wo yirechi en san shebo bubo hye ne so ensisi nipa na wona ne yes ade no en the yes ade twa ne but Rashida Black Beauty so ababa ma update say Prophet Elisha akoka kire allegedly akoka kire avambembo she say onye ne lie no ne na anya hwe en se beba de be si bia no ye wa ha they say wa ha konkonsa na yedi ade ase nti na matwa ma apo aso say they be on ka say Clement na ma wa ye bone nti na matwen ama apo aso ansa na yedi konkonsa nti usu betumi a kire wadwen bakra